ODM at 20. ODM at 20. ODM just had their celebration, the ODM at 20 celebration, which unfortunately, and it's very very sad that Raila could not be part of it because kwa bahati mbaya alituacha. So it for me, I watched the whole event, even the dinner, the 20th celebration dinner, and it was very sad that Raila was not part of it, and it really touched my heart because I just wish that he could have been part of all this, because he has walked this journey so much, so with ODM ever since its inception in 2005. And but there are a few things I want us to discuss that came out of ODM celebration, ODM at 20 celebration. There are things I want us to discuss, and these are basically the way forward and how I see ODM moving forward. Those are some of the key things I want us to discuss, because coming from some of the speeches that were made during that event. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. I'm going to be very very brief on this one, because we can talk about it the whole day, but I just want to be very brief. I've realized that you people don't love long videos, so I don't want to dwell much on that. I'm also not going to put the speeches here because I got some suspension, so putting videos here sometimes it's a risk. I don't want I just want to get out of this suspension so that things can go on normally, because there are some mistakes that I did on this channel, and I'm now paying the price for it. So let's just get right into it. First, there was a lot of speeches, but I'm going to pick just a few speeches. First, there's that speech by Winnie Odinga, where he was saying that Baba did not leave them in government, so they need to go back and seek the mandate from the people. And this one did not sit well with the party leader, the current party leader, Oburu Odinga, where he said that as it stands right now, they are still working with William Ruto, and anything they are going to discuss as a family. I think I'm starting to see Winnie Odinga coming out as this person who is now starting to get serious into politics. He's starting now to being another who was so much active into politics, and he needs to be very very smart at it when he gets into it, because it's going to be rough. Politics is not easy. Politics is not for the faint-hearted. So if Winnie Odinga is going to take that mantle moving forward, then he really needs to understand that the odds are very very high for him. The stakes are very very high for him. The expectations are very very high, and the love he has been receiving, he will start now receiving hate in equal measure. So I hope he'll be able to I hope he'll be able to withstand that. I saw Millie Odhiambo come to her defense, saying trying to protect her and everything. It's a good thing when women protect each other, but Millie Odhiambo should try and sit her down and at least enlighten her about politics. The Kenyan politics is dirty, very very dirty. That was number one. Number two, there was a speech by Babu Owino, and for me, I heard what Babu Owino said, where he was also even saying that he was trying to downplay the current party leaders in ODM and the leaders in ODM, and saying how much that he also deserves to be a party leader and all these things. One thing I will say here, and you people need to understand, that I don't think Babu Owino has plan of staying into ODM. Babu Owino wants to cause chaos in ODM before he leaves. Babu Owino started being uncomfortable with ODM even when Raila was still alive. So Babu has no intentions of staying in ODM. Even these things that Babu is trying to play like he's a victim and nini, some of them he's doing them deliberately. Some of them is doing them deliberately. You see how he played that anakaa kwa crowd and then anaitwa, so that he feels like, so that watu waone ni kama ananyanyaswa or something. Babu is doing this thing deliberately. But I want to tell Babu one thing, that Babu, the strategy that you are using will cost you in Nyanza. That is the truth. The strategy that you are using will cost you dearly in Nyanza. I know right now you can't hear because you feel like the attention is on you, everything is on you, but many people who used to love you are starting to withdraw their support for you. Many people who used to love you are starting to think twice about their support for you. One example is here, it's me with me here. I used to support you, But after seeing how you are moving, I feel like for you it's just about taking over. For you it's not about even giving Luos direction where they need to go. For you it's about taking over. For you it's about being defiant. For you it's about just inheriting Baba's support. And in Luos it doesn't work like that. For Luos you have to be Luos don't love you simply because you are taking over from someone else. Luos follow you and respect you when they see the things that you stand for. But when you come to the party and you want to cause some sort of chaos and some sort of uncomfortability, so that you feel like, so that you play like the victim, it's going to be very, very hard for you to get genuine support in Luo Nyanza. You get the kind of love you're getting. You might think that you are really loved, but wait until you launch your party. That is when you will realize, because Babu already has a party. We all know that Babu has a party, and Babu wants the party to rival ODM. But the approach is very, very wrong, because you might end up scattering Luos instead of bringing them together. That is what you must understand. Another person I want to talk about. There are so many speeches. I don't want to go to the speech of Joho and all these other people. The truth of the matter is ODM has its stance. There are a lot of divisions in ODM, within ODM, but this one was there even when Raila was alive. There are those ones who are affiliated to government, there are those ones who are not. And it's a typical ODM thing. So I don't see ODM splitting. I just see that ODM, some leaders will feel uncomfortable and they will walk out of ODM. But I see ODM standing. I see ODM staying strong until 2027. That one is it's no doubt. I see ODM still very, very strong. Because with the wisdom of Oburu Odinga, I think Oburu Odinga is very, very wise, and Oburu Odinga is just playing like Raila. He's leaving these people to operate, to express themselves, to do whatever they want. And then he later insists that, yes, we have an agreement with UDA, and that is what we are going to stick with until 2027. But he's giving everyone the freedom to express themselves, the freedom to talk or whatever they want. And one thing I realized that Oburu Odinga was very integral in decision making of Raila Odinga. Because you can hear what William Ruto said, that even when they were bringing the list of broad-based, when they were talking about broad and everything, Raila Odinga told Uhuru Kenyatta that we cannot talk anything until Oburu Odinga is here. And he came, and even the list that was given out, it was Oburu Odinga who gave Ruto that list. So I think Oburu Odinga is very, very wise, and if you think that ODM is going to split, then shock on you. ODM is going to be very, very strong. Another person is Sifuna. I saw Sifuna standing very, very firm, and I think it's helping. But I can see him trying to now analegeza kidogo kidogo. It's now not coming out to attack President Ruto openly and all these other things. Yes. So at the dinner, we also had the speech with great people. It was very heartwarming to see someone like Henry Kosgei. Yeah, this is somebody who was very integral in ODM during the inception, Franklin Bett and all these other people. It was an emotional moment when you see people like Akina Henry Kosgei, when you see all these leaders who were great then and now they have taken a backseat in politics. It was very, very heartwarming. But what really touched me was Ruto's speech, because Ruto came clean. I keep on telling people that Ruto, in his heart of hearts, Ruto really loved Raila. And you know what man, most people don't want to accept. I keep on reminding people, there is life and there is politics. Ruto and Raila were very good friends. Ruto really saw a father in Raila Odinga. That is what Ruto saw. Forget the politics. I keep on telling you that politics is a different ballgame. You get? Politics is different ballgame, and that is why you are wondering why Raila, everyone has mourned Raila, because Raila knew how to separate politics and personal life. Raila was outside politics. He was a friend. He was a father. He was baba to people. He was a mentor to so many people. But inside politics, he knew this is politics. Hapa ni kucharazana. So William Ruto also understands that very well. And that's why whenever people attack him, you don't see him get angry nowadays. It's so much relaxed and all this man of things. Because he understands that this is politics and then there is life. There's a separate life from this. So I heard Ruto's speech, and one thing I can come out very, very clearly is that it is emerging that at the end of the day, William Ruto is going to run on ODM come 2027. That is the truth. William Ruto is going to run on ODM because technically UDA is dead. UDA is dead. That is the truth. UDA is dead. Even, do you know UDA, ever since they got power, they have never had any NDC, National Delegate Conference. It has never been. You get? So UDA is technically dead, and the president knows very well that he, being the founder member of ODM, he stands high chances of joining ODM and reviving everything and giving it a new energy come 2027, which is going to happen. I told you here in a video that I said previously, William Ruto is not going to join ODM now, but he's going to make sure that ODM does not fall. He's going to make sure that ODM stands firm for his own benefit in 2027. And he's going to invoke the spirit of Raila. He's going to invoke so many things to remind the people that ODM was not formed like the values that ODM stood for. William Ruto understands all these things on the foundation on which ODM stood for. So, and I'm telling you, with time, you will see a lot of people at Alegeza. And ODM is going to be in power come 2027. That is the reality. Because I don't see anything, because you can remember, if you had the speech by Oburu Odinga. Oburu Odinga was saying, and I think this one he was communicating to Sifuna directly. He was trying to tell people, Sifuna, that no party is formed to stay in the opposition, which is the truth. No political party is always formed to stay in the opposition. Political parties are formed so that they can take over power, they can stay in power, they can take power. So I think Oburu Odinga is just trying to prepare ground and just trying to soften the hearts of people like Akina Sifuna and all these other things. That as much as we stand with the people, as much as we stand with, these are our values, but we must also aim to take over power. And taking over power sometimes means you have to get into an unholy alliance just to make sure you get there. But one thing, there was so many speeches by by Musalia Mudavadi, and all the speeches were incredible. The speeches were incredible. You can look for them outside there. But one thing I need to say, and as I conclude, is that William Ruto is turning out to be someone different. I think William Ruto is now becoming is not becoming more combative, and now is becoming more as an elder. You can see even how he has tried to handle all these man of things. You see, people have said a lot of things since Raila's death and everything. You have not seen William Ruto respond. You have not seen William Ruto Nina. So he's becoming more and more wiser. He's understanding that in the absence of Raila, now he needs to step up. He needs to, because now he needs to have that father figure. He needs to behave like now that person that people can go to. And for this one, he will need to stop being so much combative, be very accommodating, despite the fact that he might not agree with a lot of things. He's gaining a lot of wisdom, and that is what I can pick from William Ruto as we stand right now. When it comes to 2027, I know most of you people don't agree with him on so many aspects. Even me myself, there's so many things I don't agree with William Ruto, but sometimes we need to tell each other the truth, that at the end of the day, politics changes very fast and people level up very fast. So the person you might just think that is a done deal might just come out and shock you again in the ballot. Anyway, guys, that is it from me. My name is the African Updater. Please make sure you watch these videos and you share. That is the support you can give me. Make sure you watch the videos and you share, and I will really, really appreciate you. Thank you. Until next time. Bye-bye.